Alright, time for some more random pack gameplay. We're going to take a look at two different runs today. They don't really have anything in common except for the fact that something unusual happens in each of them. So this first one, the unusual thing that happens is we're going to end up going for a build, or a version of a build, that was actually on my list of constructed teams to actually go for. And generally when I'm playing random packs, I'm not really thinking about that, but this one just happened to turn out that way. So it's very unfortunate, and I'll elaborate a bit further when we acquire some more units for our team. So here I just combined the guinea pigs together immediately to make sure that all three of the units got the buff from the Pygmy Seahorse. Especially since we want the 4-5 at the front to become a 5-6. Looks like we're just going to go for the level 3 as well. Now running multiple Pygmy Seahorses is a bit odd because they can actually buff each other. If one of them gets buffed, then it removes itself and you miss out on the stats. But it's still pretty nice tempo, so I wasn't too worried here. Although I think I might end up just combining them together. No, okay, we'll sell the 1-1 and run 3 of them instead. So yeah, you can see that some of the stats do get wasted. But we're actually going to tie anyway against Fanboy Ochi. Link to Ochi's channel in the description. So we'll go for the level up now. And here is the scenario that I wasn't really expecting. So we get the Leafy Sea Dragon on the level up. And one of the things that's been on my list for a long time, I guess these pets have been around for quite a while, is to run a team with both of them. So obviously they remove themselves at the start of battle. So you're going to end up playing with a 3 squad, unless you've got something to summon. And I don't think we actually will get a summon in this game. But we're going to combine the seahorses together. And I did mention it in another video that the Leafy Sea Dragon was buffed a while ago, so that now it gives health as well. So I actually think it's really solid. And here we've got a level 3 tier 1, so we can actually put that in front of the Minotaur and get incredible value. I really like this concept of pets being removed from the team, either because they have a removal ability or because you're using a unit like Whale or Pelican. There's so many different fun things you can build with it. So I think here we'll probably take... Yeah, okay, Mosasaurus doesn't make any sense with the toy from Cuddletoad because it has 6 turns before it's going to break. So yeah, that would have been a bit of a blunder taking it there. But yeah, here we end up converting down to a 2 squad because we have double Leafy Sea Dragon. But look at the size of the Minotaur. It's actually going to plow through this team. And yeah, the stacked health buffs from the 2 separate Sea Dragons is quite insane. So we'll combine them together to get the guinea pig level up, and then we've got double chickpea, so probably going to transform and see what we get. Okay, Taki's actually really good because then we'll get 2... we should get 2 guaranteed triggers from the Minotaur. And very fortunate there that the buff from the Zebra hit the Minotaur, because if it hit the Pygmy Seahorse or the Leafy Sea Dragon, it would have been a complete waste. Here we might be in trouble because of the weakness. No, we still win. Okay, double Nyala in shop, which is pretty nice, but I don't think I'm going to take them. Or maybe I will and then get rid of them later. I'm sure I end up getting rid of them at some point here. We can replace the Cuddletoad toy with a Giant Eyes Dog, so then we should get an extra trigger on the Minotaur again. Transformation didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to there. So I guess we have no choice here but to either take the Nyala or Garanuk, and yeah, I do take the Nyala. I guess I'm a little bit conscious here that this run is going really well and I don't want it to fall apart. We then face opposing Fairy, but they've taken the other toy, the one that summons the Salmon of Knowledge at the end. And, I mean, Minotaur getting up to basically a 50-50 there on turn 9. And it's only a level 1 in the shop. So I think now we can probably go for the Harpy Eagle. Yeah, because instant level 2 Harpy Eagle is going to summon a 10-10. And we were wasting the experience on the Taki anyway, really. Because we don't really need that many triggers from the Minotaur for it to become completely out of proportion. There's Ochi again. So what can we do here? We're still on 5 hearts, so we're in pretty good shape. But obviously this team is going to fall off fairly quickly. Especially, we're very susceptible to disruption here because we only have 3 units. Once the 2 pets remove themselves, all the snipes could end up concentrating on just the Minotaur and the Harpy Eagle. But here we scrape a try with that blue whale team. So level 2 Minotaur. I guess that does mean that it's not going to level up anymore from the Sea Dragon, but we just need 1 more experience and it will become a level 3. Lemon does good stuff here, blocking the African wild dog, although it actually only does 3 damage anyway, doesn't it? And then we get a nice double 10-10 summon from the snipe hitting the Harpy Eagle. So that puts us on 9. Still 5 hearts intact. I can't remember if we lost one at the beginning or not. I could put Mushroom on the Taki here. I think that works. I'm sure Banana Boy or someone else did a video about this. When Taki activates, it should summon the wild dog before the second one goes off. So you should get 3 triggers. Yeah, you can see it here. Perfect. Maximizing the triggers on Minotaur. Again, we're summoning lots of very large tier 1s. And there we go. It was actually the Pygmy Seahorse level 3 win as well. So it was a perfect game. So yeah, that was kind of a weird situation. I'm not sure I've ever had that before where I actually got a run that was on my list, that was on my build list in a random pack. Maybe it has happened, I don't know. I've played so many random pack games at this point, you'd think it would have happened before. But something odd is going to happen in this game as well, which has happened to me before, but I won't spoil it at this stage. So yeah, kind of an odd start there. I deliberately wasted a bunch of gold on the first turn just rolling for tier 1s that I wanted instead of just taking anything. Obviously, if you're playing a random pack, you're probably better just to take 3 units. In fact, most of the time you're better to take 3 units. But here I'm going to go for the mole, of course. We get mole and a nice 4-3 European mink in the shop. And then we'll sell the 3 ducks. And that should give us a really good level of starting health for these pets. Maybe we could actually get away with a win here. Yeah, I think we should win. Yeah, that was pretty greedy, and we still got the victory. I don't want to put the mole at the front here because it's going to end up getting transformed by the proboscis monkey. Plus, we don't really have any perks anyway, so I guess we'll just hang fire until we can find 3 perks, and we get the triple qual in shop, so we're going to take that level up. Actually, looks like we're going to win again. So, greed never punished. And what we're going to get on the level here. Okay, we get the sawfish. I'm pretty sure I'm going to take the sawfish because manta ray doesn't make a whole lot of sense with mole. And then we can buy the perks from the qual next turn. I guess Bilby would make sense with mole as well, but looks like I'm not going to take it in this game. Here's someone with ox at the front. Although maybe they're going to win. No, we actually win because the sawfish triggered. So yeah, completely non-functional mole team, but somehow still getting away with victories here. And I think we're going to transform... Yeah, we'll use one proboscis monkey to transform the other. Normally, if I'm playing customs, I will have a transform food in. But because it's random, we don't know. And it doesn't look like there has been one so far. We could be in a bit of trouble here against the summon team. Oh, actually, of course, we're not going to be in trouble anymore because we've now got the mole activated. So what are we going to get from the transformation? And it's actually Beluga Sturgeon, which works perfectly with mole. And I guess that confirms that Beluga's in the pack, which I hadn't really noticed if it was prior to this point. So we'll take the sea cucumber and then the sausage just to make sure that it has a perk. Cherries actually doesn't work with mole anymore, which is a bit of a shame. It gets removed before battle, which was to enable the new synergy with in Golden Pack with Betta Fish. But yeah, I mean, there's so many perks in the game, I don't think it really matters too much that one of them doesn't work with the mole. And here, yeah, we'll just replace the nachos because it makes a lot more sense to have a bunch of perks that actually do something. Yeah, here we go, we can replace the other nachos with bread. Give us a better chance of surviving with the sawfish. And we should get double mole summon, yeah. It is only level 1, but that's still a lot of summoning stats. And some extra scaling. That was actually Bugwagon as the opponent there, possibly a random pack 2. So Beluga, okay. We could be replacing Beluga Sturgeon with Beluga Whale here. Obviously here I could play Beluga Sturgeon at the front and then summon the dolphin with rice in the back, but I don't really remember playing this game very well, but presumably I was intending on replacing the Beluga. Yeah, so that obviously would work with the mole, but equally just having the sausage on it works as well. So nothing on the level up that we care about there. Probably too late to bother going for level 3 sea cucumber, but you know, it's a random pack, so you might as well just take these things when you're offered. Queen Bee team, nice to see. Queen Bee versus Mole, possibly the most fun, two of the most fun tier 3s in the game. So we're on 8. We're not on a perfect game this time because we've already lost one. And then we get the instant level 2 mole, which is a massive upgrade. Melon doesn't really help too much. I think I did see Blueberry earlier, and maybe I should have put Blueberry on the mole to try and make sure that it tanks a snipe. But here we actually face someone who kind of obliterates their own team with Hedgehog. Not entirely sure what the plan was here. But it's going to be an easy win. And nothing really out of the ordinary has happened so far, I wouldn't say. So maybe it's going to happen this turn. What are we looking for? I was sure that I actually got rid of the Beluga in this game. Okay, we'll take the bread. Another bread. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary there. Bread actually a great upgrade for Mole. I'm not so sure... you know, bread was a great addition to the game, but it definitely helps Mole out in this scenario. Okay, we are going to lose here. So back to the shop and probably keep on replacing the sausages. And here we go. On turn 13, we roll the sloth. So we only need one more win. Buying the sloth is pretty likely to cause us to lose. So what would you do in this situation? And what I decided to do was roll down looking for a Beluga Whale. And we actually get it on the last roll. And we're still able to buy a perk to try and keep the mole going. We get matched with this mana sniping team with Panther plus Fur-bearing Trout. What's the Panther going to hit with the mana snipe? It is going to be the Mink. And it actually doesn't matter in the slightest, because we win with the Summon Sloth from the Beluga Whale. So somewhere back in the mist of time there is a video on the channel with a sloth popping out of Beluga. I'll try and find that one and link it in the description.